There's a story in my childhood that, now reflecting on it, I realized I was witnessing what the future held. I was probably around 10 years old, playing hide and seek with my friends at their house. And I remember I didn't have a phone, and most of my friends did already. And we would be hiding. And when we went to our hiding spot, they would just pull out their phones. And I was like, oh, why can't we just play the game, I mean, I know I didn't have a phone, and so I couldn't grab my phone out. But why couldn't we just be in the moment? Why couldn't we just, play hide and seek? Because only a few months back, before when they didn't have phones, it was, we'd always be present with every moment. We would never have those distractions and just be playing games, having fun, being kids. And well, it just makes a lot of sense with how we ended up now. Everybody's on their phones and everybody's addicted. It's weird. I mean, it's not weird. I mean, I get it. The phone was built on purpose. It was built to be addictive. It was built to entrap you. And it really is no surprise, I just, now when I see kids, they don't have energy anymore. They're zombies, they're little grumpy kids, or, they could only be content when they're just, on their phones, looking at brain rot or just playing whatever they play. And they can never actually live anymore. I never see them running around. And if they are, they're in an electric scooter. Like, come on, man, do some exercise, you lazy bum. Like, I get we're in the future and we have to adapt, but we're draining our, life energy. We're draining what made life worthwhile. We're draining what really matters. When we're hanging out with people, we used to hang out and laugh and have fun and hug each other and really share that love. That was the most critical part of, being together, sharing that love and being with someone else. And now, we share time together, but not fully, we're on our phones, even when we're with people that we haven't seen in a long time. And, our phones are always facing up. It's basically saying, look, man, I'm with you right now, but if I get a notification, I'm going to go on my phone. And like I said, man, they're addicted. So you grab it, and then you just doom scrolling. And it happens to everybody, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all the ages, man. And we have to be conscious. We have to be, especially, when we're sharing time with people. Because that, we're social beings, and we're going to get, that satisfaction, that content, that happiness, that joy with sharing with other people. And so it's important to be present, man. It's important to share those moments. And, as parents, I get it. It's hard. It's easier to have your kid doom scrolling on your house than roaming around, this dangerous world, It's safer for your kid, in a way, but it's not going to prepare him for the real world. Like, I get you want him home and stuff, and, you don't have to worry about him if he's, scrolling, roaming around on his bicycle, he could get hurt. But that's going to teach him a few lessons, man. I definitely ate shit a few times. But I was out there, man. I was out having fun. And that's what these kids need, man. These kids need to have a good time. And that's all I got to say, man. Peace.